Deputy President Paul Mashatile will spend Mandela Day in Soweto. Now, this year's theme is climate, food and solidarity. The Deputy President will set up 12 vegetable gardens at Morris Isaacson High School, and it's all part of an initiative to improve food security at schools. This all as part of the school nutrition program. Paul Mashatile will also lay wreaths at the statue of Tsietsi Mashinini and the Hector Peterson Memorial. And our senior reporter, eNCA's Aviwe Mtila, is in Soweto, and he joins me now to, of course, give me this update in terms of the day that looks for Deputy President Paul Mashatile. Colleague, a very warm good morning to you, Aviwe. It seems like a full day that he has not only to observe the day and commemorate the legacy of Tata Madiba, but also to do good, because this is what this day is all about.
All about doing good, and part of those 67 minutes that you and I as South Africans are to dedicate, of course, to the struggle stalwart and just the years that he served, of course, giving back to the country in our fight for freedom. I am at the Morris Isaacson High School here, where we're expecting the Deputy President to arrive any minute here, and expecting the program, in fact, to be underway any minute here. He's going to be flanked by the Premier of Gauteng, Panyaza Lesufi, number of MECs and Deputy Ministers. Among them is the sports MEC here from Gauteng. I am joined by the MEC here. MEC, thank you for joining us at eNCA, but maybe I can see you wearing your overalls. It seems like you're ready to work on the ground. Maybe tell us what to expect today.
Okay, good morning to you, and thanks for the opportunity, and morning to your viewers. It's going to be a busy and active day. As you all remember, Tata Mandela said the best gift that anybody can give him on his birthday is to give 67 minutes of their day today, on his birthday, to serve others. So that's exactly what we'll be doing. So the Office of the Deputy President partnered with the province. You just mentioned the fact that the Premier will be here, and myself as the MEC for Sports, Arts and Culture and Recreation in Gauteng. We have this responsibility as part of one of the items that we have to report on. So that is why we're here. We will be visiting 3 areas today. We're starting here at Morris Isaacson at the school because of its significance and because of what it meant to Tata Mandela and what it means to South Africans in terms of what happened in June 16, 1976. We'll also be moving to an old age home, and then we'll be planting trees as well. Just as, of way of giving back to communities, as we were asked by Tata Mandela to do that. So we are hoping that, so people from Soweto who are able to join us will be able to join us, and make sure that, we make this a success and remind people of what Tata Mandela wanted.
That's the very next question, what Tata Mandela wanted, MEC. Yeah. And I want us to reflect then. We're on the 29th year of democratic South Africa. Is this the dream that he and many other struggle stalwarts actually fought for? Are we fully living what they intended for us as South Africans to live? Yeah,
I can positively affirm that we are. But look, it's challenging. South Africa was under apartheid for 345 years. 45 of which were legislated. So the new democratic government has been in government for 29 years, you said it yourself. So it's not going to be easy to change that. There are challenges, but there is hope. There are many gains that one can talk about right now. Your question is this what they fought for? Yes, it is what they fought for, and it is a journey. It's a marathon, it's not a sprint. We will get there. But what is important is that South Africans, all South Africans, must understand that we have to do it together. So it doesn't help if there is development that government brings along, and the very citizens that the service is given to, they destroy it. We'll never make progress. So yes, we are on the way. We're doing what needs to be done. And I truly believe that, yes, they probably would, chastise us there, here and there of the things that we went wrong on, and which they should. But there is more progress than there is wrongdoing.
But there's a lot of wrongdoing as well, MEC. Yes. Let's talk of even the government itself, marred by allegations of corruption. The governing party itself, over 200 members, part of those that were implicated in state capture. Those are a lot of wrongdoings, MEC.
Yeah, wrongdoings. If you're going to say a lot or not a lot, it's relative. But I don't want to argue numbers. I want us to argue the effects of what you're talking about. Yes, a lot as compared to what? We must balance whatever issues that we are discussing. You know what you do in research. And when you do research, you must clean your research, and then your research will then be ready perhaps for presentation. The issue that I have is that when we speak about the wrong in South Africa, we tend not to balance. And it bothers me because it is our country that we are talking about. Corruption must be fought at all levels with all the tools available to us, because it takes us back. And by corruption, I mean even if a person steals 20 rand or whatever, because you don't know when they're going to graduate to the highest level of stealing. So it must be nipped in the bud once it is exposed to any of the people who have responsibility in government. State capture, yes, I agree with you, it exposed what it exposed, but also it must be allowed to go through the process. Remember what he said, if you accuse people, or if you allege rather, you carry the burden of proof. So that's what we're waiting for. We're not making excuses for those. We want proof. And if those people are found to have done wrong, let them go to jail. Simple. Otherwise, the country is going to go to naught. So we're not protecting corruption. We're not. But we want the process to be proper and quick. Because if it delays for a long time, then the rot is going to set in.
All right, thank you very much. MC of Sports in Gauteng, of course, saying that those processes that are trying to hold accountable some of those that have been fingered in places like state capture need to be quick and fast. Some of what, of course, many South Africans want in democratic South Africa, just even, proper governance so that you and I and people at home can benefit from the democratic South Africa, something that struggle stalwarts like Nelson Mandela fought for and, well, were willing to even die for.
Absolutely. And I think that's a quite important and significant, question to ask a colleague, because if this is an icon in government that the same office bearers today look up to, want the country to emulate, it also needs to reflect in the leadership that we see in government. Those qualities that were embodied in Nelson Mandela. And the big question is how far they're coming, where they're going, and how will they make sure that those recommendations by state capture, of course, are seen through, so that to bring those accountable to book, but also to see quality leadership in government. Aviwe Mtila will leave it there as we anticipate the Deputy President Paul Mashatile to, of course, make his way to Soweto at the Morris Isaacson School. This is where you would know that, back in 1976, young people of that time did, of course, protest against Bantu education. And today there'll be a wreath-laying ceremony at the Hector Peterson Museum there as well. And the Deputy President will be, of course, engaging in a vegetable garden planting this morning as he, of course, embarks on commemorating and doing good this Mandela Day.